Everyone has been begging for a beveled R, so let's do it. The first step is going to be just boxing up the letter. These beveled letters are easiest without them being rounded, so we're just going to box it up. Then the first step is adding triangles to the ends. So we got two ends, this leg and then the backbone. Then our next step is connecting the corners when it changes direction. So it goes up and then it bends to go right, so we connect those corners. Then it bends to go down, so we connect those corners. Then it bends to go back to the left, we connect those corners. Then we got to do our middle line. So we go up, over to the right, then down. Then we're going to bring it back to connect with the middle line at the start here. Then we have to connect this piece with the backbone, so we use a triangle to do that. And then we also have to connect the leg to that piece, so we use a triangle to do that and put a middle line through that leg. Now we've got all our lines done. We got to pick a light source, top left, and start to fill it in. So we're going to start with the lighter color and go section by section and fill in anywhere on the top or the left. So this first section up on the top, this next section on the left, and then this next far section we're going to fill in the left, and then we're going to go to this middle bar area. We're going to fill in the top where the light would be hitting, and then the leg's a little bit tricky, but I feel like the left side of this would probably be hit by the light, so I'm going to fill that in with the lighter color. And then now that we've got the lighter areas filled in, we're going to fill in everywhere else with our darker color, which are all the areas that are either on the bottom or on the right. And then now that we're done filling in, we're just going to add our highlights and drop shadows. So highlights around the whole edge of every light section, and then our drop shadow just on the bottom and on the right, just like we normally would for any other kind of piece. And as you can see, as long as it's a squared off letter, then we just follow the same steps and we can do it. Next video, we'll get into rounded letters.